Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is August 20th, 2024. Little recap on yesterday's performance. We had a losing day. We went 1-2. The only game that hit was the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Late in the day, we had that NRFI and it smacked, but lost the other two. Totally okay. Still got a full week ahead of us. Not gonna dwell on it. We're going to sweep it right under the rug, and we're going to get back on the winning side here today. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Tuesday's game, starting off with game number 1. We got the Cleveland Guardians taking on the New York Yankees here. For the Cleveland Guardians, they'll have Matthew Boyd on the mound. Doesn't have a win or a loss on the season. Only has 5.1 innings of work, and ERA sitting at a 1.69. 6 strikeouts and 1 earned run. He'll be matched up here in the Bronx versus Luis Gil, their guy. 12-6 on the season, 121 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.26, 141 strikeouts, as he is averaging over a strikeout here per inning and 44 earned runs on the season for Gil. Matthew Boyd, his last start, though, came against the Chicago Cubs on August 13th, where he went 5.1 innings of work, 3 hits, and only 1 earned run. Luis Gil picked up a loss as well. In his last outing against the Chicago White Sox, went 4 innings of work, 7 hits, and 4 earned runs. You know Gil is looking to have a bounce-back game, especially in the Bronx, pitching back at home here. He wants his bounce-back game. My only concern is going to be Matthew Boyd. Could he get off to a hot start like he did when he pitched against the Cubs August 13th? The Guardians right now, they're good NRFI. They have a team batting average of .196 in their last 10 games here, and they're facing Luis Gil, 19-4 on the NRFIs. I absolutely love the NRFI in game number 1 between the Cleveland Guardians and the New York Yankees. We're smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. Throw into our second game between the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Kansas City Royals here. For the Los Angeles Angels, they got Tyler Anderson on the mound, 9-11 on the season, 147 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.3, 117 strikeouts, and 54 earned runs on the season. He'll be matched up here in Kansas City versus a southpaw, Cole Ragans. 10-7 on the season, 147 innings of work. Also has an ERA sitting at a 3.18 here, 174 strikeouts though. He's clearly averaging a strikeout here per inning, 174 strikeouts on only 147 innings of work. Very good for Cole Ragans, and 52 earned runs for him on the season. Last time Anderson went out, picked up his 11th loss of the season for himself against the Toronto Blue Jays, where he went 5.2 innings of work, 6 hits, and 7 earned runs. Reagan, on the other hand, picked up his 10th win in his last performance against the Minnesota Twins, where he went 7 innings of work, 5 hits, and 1 earned run with also 8 strikeouts. This guy's absolutely dominant, especially pitching at home. He puts batters away. My only concern, can Anderson get out this top of the order for this Royals in this bottom half of the first inning? And I think he will do so here today. That is why in game number 2, also between the Los Angeles Angels and the Kansas City Royals, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Throw into our third and final game between the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals here. For the Milwaukee Brewers, they got Frankie Montas on the mound. He's 5-8 with 107 innings of work. Does have a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 4.86 here. 96 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning, and 58 earned runs for Frankie on the season. He'll be matched up here in St. Louis versus Eric Fetty. 8-6 on the season, 137 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.4, 120 strikeouts. He too is just under that strikeout per inning, and 52 earned runs on the season for Eric Fetty. Let's look at what Frankie Montas did in his last performance. He hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 2 starts, the last start being against the Los Angeles Dodgers, where he went 5 innings of work, 5 hits and no earned runs. Solid start from Frankie Montas. And then Eric Fedde, picked up his 6th loss of the season in his last performance against the Cincinnati Reds, where he went 6 innings of work, 6 hits, and 4 earned runs. One of those earned runs from Eric Fedde came in the bottom of the 1st inning there. And let's not forget this Milwaukee Brewers team. They are currently 9th in all of MLB baseball in runs per game, and just about top 10 in every category offensively for this Milwaukee Brewers team. I really think they get to Eric Fedde here, especially in the top of the 1st inning. I think Frankie Montas will come, compete, and fill it up. Do the St. Louis Cardinals have a chance to score on Frankie Montas here in the bottom of the 1st? Of course, especially with Paul Goldschmidt in the lineup here tonight. But I think this Milwaukee Brewers team just gets to Eric Fedde here in the top of the 1st. That's why in game number 3, between the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs 1st inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Cleveland Guardians and the New York Yankees. We are smacking the NRFI. No runs 1st inning. Game number 2 between the Los Angeles Angels and the Kansas City Royals. We are smacking the NRFI. No runs 1st inning. In our 3rd and final game between the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs 1st inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, costs you guys none. Make sure to go follow me over on X, as we will have an update. We got college football rolling around this weekend. Make sure to go follow me over on X, and we will have a video series here for the NFL this season. Make sure to like and subscribe. Best of luck and best bets.